Have you been on a date with a man and you could sense that he was in some way judging you, perhaps skeptical, or maybe testing you? Maybe you couldn't quite work out what was off about the date. It wasn't bad, he seemed nice enough, yet there was something that was making you feel uneasy. Perhaps when he spoke, you sensed that he wasn't so happy, that he was perhaps frustrated with life. And then when he mentioned his last relationship, it felt as though he was angry and untrusting towards women. If you've experienced this, then you'll know that being around a man who's a woman hater, or a man who just came out of a relationship and is dating too soon, while his resentment and pain are obviously still raw and maybe warranted for a little while, it's a huge attraction killer and can even come across as a little scary. And yet women do the same thing. They want to attract great guys, but they either date too soon or they have unresolved pain and hurt, which blocks healthy, loving relationships from developing, because this energy is simply a turn off for guys. Anger repels. Confidence and having faith in love attracts. I know this may be hard to acknowledge, and yet we all know deep down when we're leaking our pain, distrust, and anger. Sure, there are some kind-hearted men out there who are devoted to fixing women, as there are men attracted to women who hate on men, though I don't want that for you. I want you to love men, to see how wonderful they are, and to trust that there are special men in the world looking for love. So the bottom line here is, heavy wounded energy repels and detracts the best men, because hating on guys is a mojo killer and is the biggest turnoff for men that every woman in the dating world must recognize and heal to actually attract the most beautiful love into their life. And in a moment, I'll show you how. Hi, I'm Nadine Peart, a dating and lasting attraction coach for smart, savvy women and the founder of Healthy You, Healthy Love. Now, before we continue, please be sure to comment below and let me know if there's anything specific that you'd like help with, and if there's a topic you'd like me to do a video on. We want to find out who you are and what your needs are so we can support you on your path to big, sexy love. And when it comes to this topic, is there anything you'd like to share? Please comment below, and of course don't forget to subscribe. It's super important that you subscribe to this channel right now, because this allows me to keep creating these videos for you every week. I know relationships aren't always easy. In fact, sometimes things happen that can feel soul destroying, that can bring you to question whether you should bother with men at all. Though the truth is, these painful experiences are not about men as a whole. These experiences are about person-to-person relations, not a representation of every man you will meet. So let's have a look at the ways you can overcome your pain so you can love again and captivate the best kind of man for you. Let's start with number one. Cheating happens. It's unfortunate that so many women, perhaps including you as well, have been cheated on. It breaks hearts more than words can describe and can absolutely destroy your self-confidence. And yet, it doesn't have to. The fact of the matter is, women cheat and lie as well. This does not mean that you shouldn't care that you were cheated on. Of course, feelings of betrayal or a fear of intimacy can result, and yet your past shouldn't be the barometer by which you measure all future relationships. There are a lot of men who are devoted and loyal to their girlfriends and wives. They don't cheat because they're simply not interested in pursuing other women. They value a relationship and they know how hurtful infidelity can be. So instead of looking at men who cheat, look at men who don't cheat. Look at your friends who are in healthy, loving relationships. Perhaps your parents or your parents' friends fit the bill too. The moment you start believing men can be 100% devoted and loyal, the less you'll view men with that cheater lens on, and you'll stop expecting the worst in men. Open yourself up to the possibility that the men you meet may actually be one of those guys who are kind, loving, and loyal. Do you think you could have a love block standing in the way of you attracting that sexy and devoted man into your life? Then check out my new quiz. It reveals the 4 most common love blocks women face and how to get the love you deserve. The link to my quiz is right below in the description. Number 2, stop the battle of the sexes. Instead of pitting men against women or women against men, see the bigger picture. Every human you encounter has their own stories, past experiences, and hurts just like you. If both men and women come from a place of understanding, then there will be more beautiful and compassionate hearts and minds in the world. Most men are also looking for the same thing that you want: an honest, trusting, respectful relationship. Trust me, those men are out there. Men are not robots, and men do not want to hurt you. They just want to be loved. Men who are ready for love are different to men who are not. It's important to know how to recognize the difference. And lastly, number 3, assess what turns you on. Every person has the responsibility of figuring out who they're attracted to and why. Yes, sometimes we can get blindsided. Things do happen under our nose that we did not see coming. Someone may have done something that was sneaky and manipulative. All of these things can and do happen, and yet more often than not, women ignore the signs that there was something not quite right in their relationship. And even though they knew the man wasn't good for them in some way, they were so hooked to him and attached to making it work that they actually go against their core values. You can't blame men for that, nor do I want a woman to blame herself. Blame is not helpful. Though self-love and self-honor is required to have a joyful life, and a woman is not honoring and loving herself when she doesn't acknowledge the signs that a man isn't healthy for her. Don't be angry at the male race. Just learn from it. Be compassionate to yourself and to men. On a side note, emotional and physical abuse are very real and can be extremely confusing and painful, which means if you sense manipulation early on, then it's important that you pay attention, as the longer you stay, normally the harder it is to leave. If this has been your experience, I would seek professional support to heal this pain and trauma. And at the same time, it's not true that all men are like this. There are women that abuse men too, and not all women are abusive. It's knowing how to catch the signs and to trust our own feelings, trust ourselves. So there you have it, the 3 big reasons why men reject you. Men ready for true partnership will sniff out women who do not like men. So if you want to attract great guys and you want to find love the easy way, then see men for what they truly are: a human looking to love another and be loved. And just like you, most humans want to experience big love, the type of love that is kind, conscious, compassionate, and fun. So focus on attracting this type of man. This means when you're dating, let your past stay in the past and bring a fresh, new perspective into your dating life. Trust that love really does exist. I want you to believe in love again, believe in yourself, and believe in men. And here's the biggie: value men who value you. And that's how you attract the love you want. If you have a history of dating the wrong men for you and not seeing the signs, then this is what my program Never Lose Him is all about. I reveal the traits of the men you should avoid and how to not get hooked to men who are not healthy for you. Never Lose Him also includes my famous LIPS method. These are the 4 traits men go wild for in women that act like attraction sticky glue. If you've not seen this yet, then you can access it right now in the description below. Well, that's it for today's video. Please comment below and let me know if you feel that any of these points I mentioned resonated with you. I'd love to find out about you, and while you're at it, please do subscribe to this channel, as this will allow me to keep creating these videos for you. Just hit the subscribe button below and that bell button to get notified of my new videos every week. Of course, if you think a friend would benefit from this topic, please share this with them, as it might be the very video they need to see to inspire romantic love with the right man. It's been a great honor to have you here with me. I encourage you to choose to love a little more every day in some special way, and see you again at my next video.